on. Looks like, again, I talked about this the other day, but here it is again, talking about the central banks announced direct selling of the dollars through the daily auction. So it looks like the Iraqis are back to doing daily auctions. So the Central Bank of Iraq on Sunday began selling the dollars through its daily auctions after stopping the result of the embargo and since March 17th. Now, I read an article similar to this. As a matter of fact, it almost looks the same. So all they're doing is continuing on, just letting us know they started the daily auctions.
Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Sunday to you guys. Want to share something with you to help clear the air because, uh, and I'm not saying this to attack anyone, but there's a significant amount of misleading going on, and a large amount of information is being shared very inaccurately. So I just want to share this with you guys to help clear the air, okay? So that no one's misunderstood or no, so that no one's misled in this, because this is very important. So about a week and a half ago, I did a video for you guys where I showed you some strong facts showing you that the ISX was shut down. And then right after I did it, Pimpy came out and did a video around mine where he tells you guys that he goes, the ISX is back in business, and because he didn't thoroughly look at the website, he actually missed it that it was shut down, so he misled you guys at that level. Well, guys, he's done that again with you. Okay, he just did a video this morning where he told you guys that the currency auctions have resumed. Okay, there's a key detail that he missed. Okay, let's get into that. So here's what um, here's actually the article right here that Pimpy shared with you guys, showing you that they're resuming the actual currency auctions. Now, I got to give you an example. This is not from today. This is a previous auction. Let me scroll down a little bit. Okay. This is one of the last, this is the actual last one that they did. Hear me carefully. This is the last one that they did on March 16th for the date of March 17th. Okay. Now, I want you to look at the middle line right here that I've highlighted. It says cash, total sale cash, and it has 24 million right there. Okay. So again, that's the last one that they did. Now I'm going to go to what was considered to be today's currency auction. Okay, let me scroll down for you. Total cash sale was 0. That is what Pimpy failed to overlook and didn't share with you guys. So even though they told you in the news that they actually have resumed the currency auctions, they didn't sell anything. There were 0 sales. Guys, that's the same as not having currency auctions. So right now, guys, be careful what information you're receiving from other gurus. I'm not trying to badmouth Pimpy. I'm trying to bring you the clearest facts that I can, because right now, that's 2 significant misleads from Pimpy. I'm not sure why he's not redoing his facts thoroughly. Okay, but a week and a half ago he told you guys that the ISX resumed, and they didn't. And this morning he came, just because he saw an article where he came out telling you that the auctions themselves has resumed. As you see, the total cash sale was 0. That's the same as not having the currency auctions. Okay. So anyway, guys, I just want to help clear the air on that. Again, I'm not harassing or attacking Pimpy. I'm just trying to help clear the air, because those are significant mistakes and errors that should not be overlooked. Okay. All right, let's move forward. All right, so the U.S. government is saying that they're in the process to vacate all of the U.S. sites and bases. Okay, let's read this article. It says the Joint Operations Command confirmed on Saturday that the withdrawal of U.S. forces from the Habana base in Anbar came according to prearranged timetable between the Iraq government, and set an evacuation schedule that includes all American sites within Iraq. Guys, the only reason that the U.S. would vacate, I think at this point, guys, they roughly had 5 or 6 remaining bases, and that's a lot of bases. You can't, I know I think it was Foot Forward. Foot Forward was just saying all they're doing is really more transitioning to one base, but you can't really downsize from 5 bases down to 1. That's too much equipment and too much personnel to downsize from 5 down to 1. So I would have to disagree with that. But this article right here is telling you that they're planning on vacating all of the bases. Okay, so just want to share that with you. And the only reason that the U.S. government would do this, guys, is if we're at the end and we're trying to physically turn the responsibility of the country back over to the hands of Iraq. Okay, that's the only reason we're letting them resume power and control over their military and over their country. Okay, we're not going to babysit them and micromanage them anymore. All right, now this is where I have a huge one for you guys right here. You guys saw this yesterday. This is the one where it says the Kurdish blocs will vote for al-Zarfi's cabinet. Okay, you saw this yesterday. Why am I bringing this to you? Well, through most of last year and through all of this year, one of the things I've stressed to you is that I have strongly felt that what you're seeing regarding the political status in Iraq's news is all lies and BS. Okay, now it's time to bring you the confirmation on that. Okay. Now, in other articles, even with the previous PM, I forgot his name, you never saw the Kurds come out saying they agreed. Now, here's what I want to bring to your attention. Okay, remember, Mahdi himself resigned at the beginning of December. Okay, then just roughly, I don't know, whatever it was, a month ago, they had another PM in there, or a month and a half ago, they had that other PM. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. It was hold on, I was trying to remember his name. Anyway, he resigned because he supposedly couldn't get the cabinet in place. And now you have this guy. But here's what I want to stress to you, okay? Before, you never saw the Kurds stepping in saying, we now support this PM and his cabinet. You never saw that before, okay? Here's why you're seeing it now. Now, I've actually put out a few articles on this, so some of you, this would be more of a rehash, okay? What you're seeing here, guys, is this. Before the Kurdistan region was autonomous. They had their own government. They had their own parliament, everything. They even had their own flag. They were completely independent, okay? But go back to all the meetings that happened between Kurdistan and Baghdad last year, okay, guys? In those meetings, Kurdistan and Baghdad came into agreement where Kurdistan has to give roughly 250,000 barrels of oil per day to the main Baghdad government, but Baghdad has to turn around and give government budget money back to Kurdistan. What that means, guys, is now that Kurdistan, once they approve and implement the 2020 budget, Kurdistan will now be receiving country budget money from the government. What that means is that Kurdistan is no longer autonomous and independent. It means they have now merged and joined forces and are one with the main government, which means they would dissolve their parliament. Okay. Now, here's what I want to show you right here, guys. This article is from September of last year, right there. Okay. Now, it says right here, the Kurdish political agreed to have their 2020 provincial elections. Okay. Right. Whoops, hold on. I don't want all that highlighted. Hold on, let me undo that. Okay, here it says the vote is set to be held on April 1st of 2020 to elect local governments for all provinces within the Kurdistan region. Okay. Guys, because Kurdistan is no longer autonomous and they've joined and become one with the main government of Iraq, they can't have provincial elections. Okay, they can't. They would be dissolving their parliament and becoming one with the main government's parliament. Okay, so here's what I'm trying to show you. The reason why Mahdi actually resigned was on purpose. Mahdi resigned back in December because the Kurds are actually becoming one and joining the main Baghdad government. So everything you saw happen was planned by design because the Kurds are now becoming part of the government and the Kurds will dissolve their parliament. So that's why I'm trying to show you that they're making you think this is all BS. It's not. It's a game they're playing around you. It's just a magic show. Okay? That's why they were showing you here that the Kurds are in agreement and support the new PM. That's because they're not autonomous. They have now joined forces. So that's my confirmation to you of my opinion. Okay. They had to do these steps. They just can't tell you, because if you saw these, if they told you this, it would possibly show stability. It would let you know that there's stability within the country, and possibly make you think that maybe, remember, the rate change itself is a classified event. They don't want you to see stability within the country. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to show you guys. Notice how right at the very beginning of April, Iraq has a new PM who's liked and supported by the Kurds, but yet the beginning of April was actually when the Kurds were supposed to have their provincial elections. Now, how many articles coming out of Iraq have you seen telling you that Kurdistan is going to have their provincial elections in April? None. But remember, guys, this article's not that old. I just showed you that this article was actually from, if you look at the top, September of 19. Okay, it's not that old. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you is the fact that you haven't seen any articles telling you that the Kurds are going to have their provincial elections in April 1st, like they told us back in September of last year. That's because they are no longer autonomous or independent. They've merged and joined forces and have become one with the main government of Iraq, which means Kurdistan will dissolve their own parliament and all that. So, guys, that's why Mahdi had to resign, so that they could reform a government that was in agreement with the Kurds, and they had to do this to support the Kurds. That's what I want to show you guys. So just so you guys know, when I share an opinion with you, I want it fact backed, and that's what I do. That's what I've tried to do for you this entire time. So there you guys go. Now you know the real political truth. Everything happening is just a game by design to mislead you. They had to do this to accommodate the Kurds, because the Kurds have now joined the main Baghdad government. So they didn't have issues with the PM with Mahdi resigning. He had to resign so that they could now include the Kurds and make everything satisfactory for the Kurds, so that the Kurds would be happy upon joining and becoming one with the new government. God bless you guys. On to the next video.